In the bustling heart of an ancient trading city, where the clamor of merchants and the scent of spices perfumed the air, a young grain merchant named Cyrus found himself ensnared in turmoil. The city was a nexus of trade, but it teetered on the brink of chaos, its streets echoing with whispers of war and the clink of fluctuating coins. Currencies rose and fell like the tides, and the land was parched, racked by the worst drought in living memory. Cyrus had inherited his father's failing business, just as the drought tightened its grip. Desperation gnawed at him, driving him to aggressive measures. His father's ledger, once a testament to prosperity, now recorded debts and dwindling reserves. To stave off ruin, Cyrus hoarded grain, exploiting others' desperation. He formed alliances with gnawing doubt in his heart, shaking hands with corrupt officials and market hawks. Yet, fortune turned a fickle hand against him. The grain he hoarded swelled and soured in poorly ventilated warehouses. His partners, their gaze ever fixed on self-gain, betrayed him with a whisper and a nod. Reputations are fragile as glass, and Cyrus's shattered spectacularly. In the debris of his schemes, he found himself destitute, his family's welfare hanging by a thread. Amidst this despair, Cyrus's attention turned to Kamal, an elderly merchant who seemed impervious to the city's tumult. Cyrus had once dismissed Kamal as naive, his methods irrational. Yet, in the market's chaos, Kamal thrived. His grain was sold at steady, modest prices, even as others gouged. He extended credit to the desperate shared storage secrets and treated workers as partners. Baffled, Cyrus watched as Kamal's warehouse doors swung open frequently, yet they never seemed to empty. He provided grain when the city hungered most, and somehow his stores replenished like a miracle. The young merchant, humbled by failure, began to observe Kamal closely, seeking the secret behind his success. Cyrus discovered that Kamal's prosperity lay not in hoarding, but in circulation. His fair pricing drew loyal customers who returned year after year. His credit system wove a network of support, binding people to his success. His open sharing of knowledge elevated the entire trade, fostering efficiency and trust. Workers, treated with respect and equity, guarded his interests zealously. Gradually, the revelation dawned. Kamal understood that true wealth was not amassed in vaults, but through the invisible threads of trust and reciprocity. His warehouses brimmed because distant grain sellers, drawn by his reputation, chose him for fair dealing. In the complex web of trade, Kamal's approach fostered abundance, proving that prosperity could emerge from interconnection. Cyrus learned that reality thrived on reciprocity rather than competition, that genuine care and foresight created lasting wealth. His heart, once consumed by the need for gain, softened in understanding. Inspired, Cyrus began to mirror these principles, slowly rebuilding his father's legacy with a renewed spirit. The city, once fraught with scarcity, began to hum with a subtle transformation. Merchants, inspired by Kamal and a renewed Cyrus, adopted practices of fairness and mutual benefit. The grain markets, once battlegrounds, evolved into thriving centers of trade, where prosperity was shared rather than hoarded. In the ledger of life, Cyrus wrote a new chapter, guided by wisdom that transcended the pages of his father's books. In the end, true wealth lay not in gold or grain, but in the enduring bonds of trust and the shared welfare of a thriving community.